What's up, YouTube? Greetings to the world. Hope you're doing well. It's show time. The music, please. Welcome to Wolf King's Vids. I'm your host, The Adversary. Ladies and gentlemen, please be so kind as to make some motherfucking noise, please. Okay, so G-Tard is on Dragnauct nuts again, or Dragnuts as he calls it. He has issued a series of debates to vote the number of people, and for some reason that's dragged Brett Keen's name into the mix for some odd reason. I really don't know why the fuck this guy even still engages with Brett Keen, even though Brett just uses him for pragmatic reasons. But that aside, I digress. Let's move on to the video clip, shall we? All right, there we go.
Okay, I'm live. I talked about some other things. At this time, I thought I'd do something here. And before I actually issue out this challenge that I'm going to make to these three individuals, I want to talk about a couple of things here. A lot of different ways you can go about proving someone wrong. A lot of different ways. You can be direct. You can be indirect. You can use allegories. You can use metaphors. You can use symbols or whatever.
You could use strong arguments. You can make valid arguments or use sound reasoning. Do stuff like that.
It's a lot of different ways you can go about disproving things that people actually say. So you can ignore people and show them that they're not that important or whatever. You can do a lot of different things, but I think people know by now how I feel about certain people in here. And
I'm just gonna skip to the part where it gets interesting.
I got the video documentation of we're going to accept. Maybe JDK, but the rest of them are not going to accept. It's from the Non Sequitur show, right? But I have a debate challenge that I would like to make to Kyle, JD Kane, and Dragnauct. I'm going to start off with Kyle first from the Non Sequitur show. Brett Keen, please don't go nowhere because you're going to be very important in this, okay? I am officially going to be challenging Kyle. We're going to start with him first. Kyle is a member of the LGBT community. He is one of the hosts of the Non Sequitur show. And they love to talk down about Christianity. A resurrection, whether or not Jesus existed. They treat Christians like dirt when we go on their YouTube channel. You know what I mean? And things along those lines and whatnot. Like I said, it's all good. For years, I've watched him. Brett, you need to stick around for this, Brett. Listen to the entire show.
For some reason, he's really dick riding Brett. I don't know why, but he really is like trying to pull Brett's coat on this. I mean, does he not realize that Brett does not give a rat's ass about him? Like, does G-Man not know this by now? It's been 4 fucking years. Like, Brett uses G-Man only for ulterior motives. Once those ulterior motives have been met, like, he casts them aside like garbage. This is amazing.
You get mad at me and go on your show and rant. All right? Watch the entire thing, man, please. All right? Okay. So I see a lot of people in here, down talking Brett Keen, saying that Brett Keen doesn't deserve a chance. Brett Keen should be ignored. Brett Keen should be this, that, and the other. I admire the work that Brett Keen does on his YouTube channel when he goes about exposing atheists here online. I think he does a heck of a job, and I wish people would financially support him. And I wish people.
He really does. He doesn't do that good of a job. A lot of his A lot of his arguments, monologues involve logical fallacies. They involve poison in the well, and it's not very well thought out. And for the large part, the main reason why he is uh, universally despised by people, theists and atheists alike, is because he engages in lying, false flagging, stuff like that. He's actually been banned off YouTube by the administrators in particular. So I don't know why you're supporting that guy. He's a piece of shit. He's horrible. He's not to be trusted.
Would spend more time viewing his content, and I believe that Brett Keane deserves another chance. I believe that we are paying too much attention to people's YouTube channels who are basically producing nothing. At least if you watch Brett's going to make a claim, and Brett's going to back it up. You may not like the evidence, but he backed.
I mean, you can believe that shit if you like. I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion, but YouTube will disagree with you, and pretty much most of the great debate community that you're trying to seek an audience with will disagree with you.
Backs it up. You got to give the man his credit and his due. The man works hard at what he does when he goes about exposing.
But by all means, suck this guy off.
A lot of these harmful things that the atheists do here online. So, Kyle, I'm talking directly to you right now. I'm officially challenging you and only you, not Steve McRae, not the rest of your show, you to a debate in a respectful way on Brett King's YouTube channel. And the debate is going to be, is transgenders good for society?
Is transgenders good for society? This motherfucker don't know basic grammar. Are transgenders good for society? Are, you dumbass. Not is, are.
Of course, I'm going to be arguing that they're not. But you are going to be arguing that they are good for society. To accept this challenge, it will be on Brett King's YouTube channel. And you're going to need to contact me via watchforthestorm@gmail.com to hear the rules for the debate, because I want it to be as respectful as possible. I don't want any racial slurs being used. I don't want any sexual slurs being used. I don't want nobody to get offended. I just want to have two adults having an adult conversation. So, Kyle, if you believe that you're game, I would like for you to come on Brett King's YouTube channel, where Brett King will be the moderator. You have to advertise it on the Non Sequitur show, and I will agree to debate you on whether or not is transgenders good for society. Okay.
Twice. He thinks that's good. That's good grammar. Leave Drag out of this. There is no reason to interact with him out of love. Wow. Spoken's ass is still hurting after Drag put a boot in his. Man, that roast was awful. Man, I could still feel the burn. Yeah.
And you seem to get really offended when people talk about this particular topic, but I would like to have a man-to-man adult conversation on Brett King's YouTube channel with him being the moderator. If I'm as dumb as everybody says I am, if I'm as stupid as everybody says I am,
I mean, you are.
This should be a slam dunk, and you should have no problem winning. The only reason I will not agree to do this on a Non Sequitur show, because every time one of us goes on that show, is me in the debate. It's me debating somebody else plus everybody else in the room, and I'm sick of it. I want a debate between me and you on the topic of whether or not transgenders is good for society. Now, I will also have this debate with you on the Non Sequitur show, provided you provide Bionic Dance to debate me on there. If you produce Bionic Dance, I will debate her on if transgenders are good for society. But I must only be debating Bionic Dance. I don't want to be debating a whole room. And Brett King must be the moderator.
What is this obsession with Bionic Dance? I don't get it. It's just so weird.
Again, number 2. J.D. Kane. Brett, I hope you're still watching, Brett. I really hope you're still watching, because this is important, okay?
Yeah, I love you, Brett. Brett, you know you're my daddy, and I'm trying to get some attention, man. I'm trying to get us back into the limelight, trying to make us relevant. I mean, it's like, Brett, no one gives a shit about Brett King. No one is gonna go on his shitty ass channel and fucking talk to you. The guy's an irrelevant piece of shit. Who cares?
JD Kane, the host of TST. I will be more than happy to have a debate with you. And the topic would be, why should we believe that the whole world was flooded? Of course, you're going to argue that the world wasn't flooded. I'm going to argue that it was flooded. I would like to do this on Brett Keen's YouTube channel, where Brett Keen is going to be the moderator. Brett Keen is shown to not have favorites. He has problems with both the Christian and the atheist community. And he has been nothing but fair in his dialogues on his show. At least I believe this. Okay? And we can have J-Dubs be an admin in there. I have no problem with that, but I would.
Just a quick observation. What I think is really ironic is that this idiot in particular, he criticizes atheists as violating terms of service on YouTube and G Plus and the like. However, through his support of Brett Keen, someone who not only violates TOS by virtue of his actions, he violates TOS by virtue of having his YouTube channel. So by supporting him, G-Man is supporting someone who is in direct violation of the terms of service. So just wrap your minds around that. Like, atheists are violating terms of service, but he supports someone who is violating terms of service. That's amazing.
I want to have this discussion with you, JD King, on why should we believe the flood either did happen or didn't happen. And let's bring the science and the evidence to it. Let's have this happen on Brett Keen's YouTube channel. Of course, if Colin, JD King, if you accept this challenge, you have to, you got about 3 weeks to prepare, and it will be done on Brett Keen's YouTube channel.
I think Brett has a long way to go before he becomes something of relevance or substance on the Great Debate community here on YouTube. I think he has a long way to go, and I think you being a sycophant for him is not very convincing.
You will have to contact Brett Keen yourself, and you will have to let him know your availability. You're going to show Brett Keen respect. You're going to treat him like a human being. You're not going to disrespect him.
Man, knock that fat manatee's dick out of your mouth with your dumb ass, man. No one gives a shit about your daddy. Shut up, man. You sound stupid as fuck, bitch ass nigga. With your whole ass.
So you're gonna have to contact him, and you're gonna have the debate on Brett Keen's YouTube channel. And finally, guys, the main event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
What a dork.
Dragnauct Silvers. You know, Dragnauct likes to talk about how dumb I am. Calls us the CCP. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's called the Clown Car Posse. He
aptly named.
He thinks that we are, like, my spelling is horrible, which is the only thing he seems to talk about with me. Stupid. I don't know how to pronounce my words. I don't know how to make I don't know how to form a proper sentence.
All true, accurate information.
And I'm like the king of the dumb people here on YouTube. The man goes to college. He's trying to do research for cancer, from what I understand. He's supposed to be great at chemistry. I had a debate with Dragnauct on GTV on the issue of evolution. If you want to see who won it, just go watch it. And you'll see what I'm talking about.
I mean, it was clearly the dude who was using like a satirical source as evidence to demonstrate something serious. I mean, that was you, right? Like you were the victor. I mean, Dragnauct, he was just trying to like teach your dumb ass what evolution was. I mean, he was an idiot for trying to teach you and trying to educate you on anything.
Now, Dragnauct, I want you to pay very close attention to this, because I don't know, for some reason, when I say certain things, you'll pause your videos for a long period of time, and then you will just not. I get it. So I want you to pay attention here, okay? It will be the same rules that me and you had regarding evolution. Right? He must get a minimum of 40 to 60 live viewers before anybody can live stream it on their channels. If anyone is caught doing that, you automatically admit to a defeat. You automatically lose. You have to admit that you lost. If there is no you won, there is no after show.
That doesn't even make any fucking sense. What the fuck does that have to do with Dragnauct? If someone else fucking looks at it from their channel, that's inconsequential. That's completely disconnected from what Drag or you or anyone else does in the room. mean, that's just retarded.
Those with you doing good and whatnot, you lost. So you have to advertise it. It has to be on Brett King's channel. Brett King will be the moderator. The last time I debated you was on GTV, and I had Christopher Monty be the moderator. Don't give me this garbage that has to be an atheist. I'm getting tired of making them moderators. Even though I thought Christopher Monty, by the way, Chris, if you're watching this, you did an outstanding job moderating that debate. An outstanding job, Christopher Monty. Dragnauct, if you want to prove that I'm stupid, you want to expose me to the entire world, I got 2 debate topics, and you are going to be the one that's going to choose the topic. Topic number 1, if you so choose. Can you demonstrate the transitional forms from an apple to a human being? Because it is you, sir, who says that I share a common ancestor with an apple.
My bad, guys. I was looking at his comment section. They were saying some really weird shit, but man, he is showing his age in the face, not in his head. Yeah, but there's no transitional fossils between an apple or a human because an apple isn't an ancestor, you fucking idiot. All life is based on the same genetic code, is based on the same subunit of chemicals. It's not a ladder, you fucking idiot, it's a tree.
If you don't feel comfortable doing that, maybe your chemistry isn't so good, you're going to love this secondary topic. Trust me on this one. Is atheism destroying the fabric of our country? That would be the United States of America. Is atheism
that would be interesting.
Destroying the very fabric of our country? You are an atheist. Of course you're going to argue that it's not. I'm going to argue that it is. And I'm going to give a lot of reasons on why. And for once in your life, Dragnauct, if you accept this, you're going to have to think for a moment. You can't just blah, 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 blah. You got to think a little bit if you accept this debate challenge. Now, if you accept this debate challenge, because I know you don't trust me on my YouTube channel, and I'm certainly not going to yours, Brett King is a neutral channel because Brett King is more than fair with these conversations. He will get on Christians about what we believe, and he will definitely get on atheists. He will certainly get on atheists about what they believe. So I consider it to be a neutral channel.
Yeah, considering the fact that the guy basically, the fact that he fluctuates from position to position, given his particular mood, his moderation skills are shit at best. And let's face it, the guy has typically a mindset trying to paint an atheist as like the worst thing that you could ever be in existence. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, I mean, the funny thing about this guy, and Drag said it best, like, is like the ridiculous idea that he's is the fact that he's like he's so deceptive, like he's clever or underhanded, basically, when his motives are completely see-through, they're transparent. It's like a kid who's bad at hide and seek, just like he's hiding under the bed, but you can still see his feet. Basically, that's what this guy's doing.
You've been talking about how dumb I am for a long time, Dragnauct. I even heard that some of you actually think you can predict what I'm going to do. I'm willing to, if I was a betting man, nobody that I just challenged is going to accept this. And do you want to know why, guys? You want to know why? Because and they're going to use Brett King as an excuse. I know they're going to use Brett King as an excuse.
I think the main thing, just removing Brett as a factor. Here's the thing: you don't set the fucking standard for how a debate runs. You come to them formally and you talk to them like person to person, whoever the hell you're going to debate, and you negotiate how it's gonna take place. You don't just elect and give like a shit ton of conditions from your own part. That's not how it works. That's just not how it works. And it sounds like you don't even have Brett, like you don't even have Brett's fucking understanding or mindset on this. Like, so this is just some grandstanding on your part to get attention. It's pathetic, frankly. So I think Drag pretty much said no to this, to his proposal, because I mean it was retarded. He made another video in response to that. We're just gonna watch that real quick.
No one here knows that.
Okay.
No, that's not good. I should try to cut the light on in here. How about that? Yeah, they don't really appreciate ministries like this where we go about explaining that he has to tell everybody what's going on in his life in order for him to be relevant in the world. So, you've been a regular on this YouTube channel. You know how I feel about him. I believe he suffers some extreme low self-esteem. That's where we go about exposing false religion, false teaching, false doctrine, false science, and all those kind of things that causes people to lose their faith in Jesus Christ. That's what my channel really is all about at the end of the day.
I know what science has to do with Jesus.
That's right. We have to pray for the lost souls. You're 100% right about that, Pamela. You're right about that. Yeah, you can be seen Factima below. I see you. Okay, so I'm going to talk about Dragnauct's answer in his video. Before I say what I'm going to say, I think by now, if you've been watching this channel for at least 2 years or 3 years, and you've been a regular on this YouTube channel, you know how I feel about him. I believe he suffers some extreme low self-esteem, and I believe that he has to tell everybody
projection
what's going on in his life in order for him to be relevant in the world.
Yeah, because that's nothing that you do. Yeah, you don't do that shit at all. You don't have any low self-esteem. I mean, let's face it, drag makes you ass hurt, man. He really makes you put you in your feelings.
So, you know, basically, in a nutshell,
he makes you a beta male.
He said no to the first debate regarding evolution. He actually laughed and thought it was kind of stupid that I wanted to see a transitional form from an apple to a human. Now, let me make a couple of things clear here about this particular topic. Thank you, Steve. I don't believe that there's evidence that there's transitional forms from apples to humans. I'm fully aware that that's biology. I'm fully aware that some chemistry must be involved in order for you to be able to explain these things, especially on a cellular level. But I'm not the one making the claims that I'm related to my food. I'm related to my turkey, you know, to my pork chops, and I'm related to my grapes and my apples and my oranges and whatnot. That's not my claim. That's yours, Dragnauct.
Here's the thing. You're stupid, and here's why. That's not how evolution works. I mean, it's not a ladder, all right? There's not going to be a fucking transitional fossil from a fruit to a human. All life is related chemically, in the sense that we all have the same genetic code, ATCG. All right, and the fact that you don't get this, the fact that this just fucking goes right over your head, and this is basic fucking biology that you could learn in high school, something that I assume that you at least accomplished in your 40 fucking plus years of living. I mean, if you don't get that after talking about this on here for years, then I mean that just shows your own fucking ineptitude. I think you need to get a fucking education before you start talking about this in general. But then again, you don't like when people tell you to go read stuff that isn't fucking related to the Bible.
Your claim is that we're related to all living organisms. If you believe that you're related to all living organisms, like for example, if you believe I'm an animal and I share a common ancestor with a cow, with an
okay, let's skip this.
Regarding evolution. If you haven't seen the debate, you are robbing yourself out of great entertainment. Go to GTV, G-Man versus Dragnauct, on whether or not evolution is actually science. When I say this was a slaughter, it was on my behalf, not his. He lost, and he lost embarrassingly bad. Go check.
I love how, I mean, if he was confident about that, he wouldn't need to tell people years after the fact, hey, go watch it, go watch it. I won. He lost. he, he's confident, so confident that he needs to assert that multiple times. That's amazing. Who are you trying to convince, buddy, of the truth?
Check it out. So let me tell you what Dragnauct said. Dragnauct basically laughed at me and said that, oh, I can't believe how incredibly stupid you are, G-Man, to believe that there's a transitional form from an apple to a human being. Of course I don't believe that, Dragnauct, but you do. Every time you sit there and tell somebody.
No, he's never said that. So you're just making a strong man trying to attack it.
That you share a common ancestor with apples and with bananas and with grapes and with seeds. And you say that we share a common ancestor with these things. At some point, if this is true, you have to be able to give me the scientific evidence that these things are true. So he can laugh at me till he's blue in the face. I got the documentation, dude, right out of your own mouth that this is what you believe. No, Pamela, debating is not a sin. But let me explain something else, right? Now, see, you also said that you don't think that you're good at chemistry. It's pretty funny because I could have swore you made a YouTube video. You're lucky this is on my phone and this is not on my laptop, because I would be very tempted to screen share a conversation that you had with I don't know, true empiricism, where you claimed that you was all that in a bag of buffalo wings when it comes to this topic of chemistry.
I don't think he said anything related to that. I'm pretty sure. I mean, he doesn't even remember what they were even talking about back then. I think it was related to something about DNA dissolving in water and True getting it wrong that that dissolving and degrading are two different things. Pretty sure that was what it was talking about. But yeah, once again, he has to rope in his girlfriend, True, and make it about him too. I mean, he really likes doing it. That was a little gay what he just did.
You may have deleted it or your channel or whatever other channel that you was on, but all that stuff is still on my channel. Especially the last time you showed up on here, when true empiricism just utterly destroyed you, and you just went blah, 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 and you started saying, "Well, I'm not an expert at that. You should go talk to this person. You should go talk to."
So he destroyed him, but he can't tell. He can't explain what he destroyed him on.
That person, while claiming that you're smart and everything and whatnot on these particular topics. No, he did not accept the challenge. Not on the evolutionary one, but the second topic, he modified the challenge. He wants me to come on the three heathens. Yeah, I remember that. He got intimidated, and then he backed out of his debate with true empiricism. He was trying to make every excuse in the book not to debate true. I remember.
I mean, Dragnauct has went on to True Empiricism's channel and had a conversation about chemistry and science in general with him. I mean, the dude is not as he's not a fucking genius. I mean, like he reads a couple of books he gets at the library or wherever the hell, and he has some broadened vocabulary, but beyond that, he doesn't have a degree or anything like that or any enlightened knowledge. I mean, like he could have got the training or some kind of vocational skills to where he could probably been a good to probably do something in the medical field, but he didn't. He just lazed around. So I don't know what propping him up is going to do. So didn't you call him garbage a couple times? Pretty sure you did.
That he tends to forget a lot of things. A lot of these guys like to try to change the narrative on here, like the internet forgets. He tried.
Yeah, like you do a lot.
I'm very happy you made that video, dude, because I'm gonna make you look like a bigger liar than what you look like on your own channel, dude. A bigger now he's gonna say, "Oh, see, he laughed. He's full of it. I have a psychology degree." Actually, you don't. And you can say I laughed.
He never said he had a psychology degree. He has a degree, but the 2-year degree, but he never said any of that.
And you can say whatever you want, but the fact of the matter is, I'm having a lot of fun with that video, sir. So
he tends to talk out of his ass a lot.
Because remember, you said, now you're saying that we're not related to apples. I wish you guys make your mind up. That's all I got to say. Make your mind up. Either we're talked about before I get to his conditions for the second debate or whatever. This guy got on my case about me calling him Dragnauct. He wants me to call him Dragnauct, right? Dragnauct Silvis, right? Dragnauct, I call you Dragnauct on purpose. That's not even a word. It's like a word that you like made up, Dragnauct. You know, and the dictionary.
Yeah, fun fact: all words are made up.
Just gives people usages and don't really define words and everything is subjective. Then I can call you Dragnauct till I'm blue in the face. No, can't I? I'm not using your real name. I'm calling you Dragnauct.
Bitch, you can't even say his real name right. You say Alfred, Dragnauct. Bitch, learn how to read and fucking pronounce words accurately.
If you want me to call you something different, then come up with an easier YouTube name to pronounce it.
Bitch, learn how to read.
Something like that. He pauses. He laughs. Anyway, so the second debate challenge that I gave Dragnauct, and yes, I mean that on purpose, Dragnauct.
I mean, if you're tired of him laughing at you, you gotta stop giving him ammo.
Was on the topic of, is evolution destroying the fabric of the United States of America? No. He actually said he didn't understand it.
He fucked up his own sentence. It's not evolution, it was atheism.
He said he didn't understand that. Now, had I said, let's have a discussion whether or not Christianity is harming America or the fabric of America, oh, he would have understood that one very clear. But this guy doesn't understand why his atheism is destroying the fabric of our nation. He's going to say, well, atheism is just a lack of belief in a God. Dude, you know full well what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the spread of evolution. I'm talking about...
yeah, a lot of Christians believe in evolution, so it has nothing to do with atheism. I mean, it's a scientific theory, so...
The fact that you don't respect other human beings, that you
Strawman much?
support the genocide of religious people like they did over there in communist Russia.
Let's see. Don't think Drag ever said that either.
Don't even
like, dude just pull shit out of his ass.
Get me started on how destructive atheism actually is. You didn't want to debate me on Brett King's channel. Well, actually, before I get there, he said he won't debate me on Brett King's channel because he doesn't want to help Brett King get views. But he wants me to go on the Three Heathens with him, Emperor Atheist, and MP. And let me explain to you why that's not going to happen. Multiple personalities became my friend so that he can get information about me to give to him. To give to Dragnauct. Okay? Emperor Atheist has still yet to answer my question on what is the basis for his morality. And I've been waiting for, 8 months now to get an answer from this guy? Okay? And Dragnauct is arguably the stupidest YouTuber in YouTube history.
Okay, a couple of things. Okay, so we're going to deal with this in a reverse order. So Dragnauct is the stupidest YouTuber in history. Okay, that's strange. This is a guy who, okay, he's graduated college, junior college, and is going on to a 4-year, getting his 4-year degree. You seek his attention, because you feel the need to prove something to him for some reason. Let's see, Emperor Atheist, to my understanding, he's very open about his views. And I do remember you talking to him, shouting over him, stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure he probably did tell you the basis for his morality, but you're too loud and very ignorant to even listen long enough. And as for multiple personalities, I don't know where you get the idea that he needs to dig into your personal life and get some fun facts about your personal life, because for the most part, you record a lot of your own personal life on your own time yourself. I mean, you record yourself when you're at home, or when you're walking, or when you're at work. And to my understanding, he was actually a pretty decent friend to you. He actually paid, he lent you money to pay your tab to where you can get home. I mean, you didn't have no damn money to get back to New Jersey, and he paid your way to get back. So Yeah, I think your excuses are piss poor and frankly just arbitrary. Frankly,
Here's the thing, guys. I'm 1-0 against him, and it really hurt his credibility when I whipped his behind in the evolutionary debate. Okay, he doesn't want to go I'm sorry, he doesn't want to go 0-2 against somebody like me because he knows I'm going to rub it in. He loses on the topic of the atheism issue when his own atheists are agreeing with him.
I mean, I'm just curious as to who he's trying to convince, because only a handful of people are buying this narrative. The majority of people are looking at this guy like, yeah, right, sure, dude. Like you're fooling like a handful of people. Like this song and dance, you're a shit actor, dude. Like that Winslow guy with I mean, I think that's a bad example, but let's just move on with the video.
When his own atheists saying, yeah, that's horrible. We got to stop doing that kind of things. We got to stop doing that. It's destroying the very fabric of our country.
Yeah, it's a sad thing you don't have an argument to support any of the shit you're talking about.
I can use his YouTube channel alone. I can use his YouTube channel alone to show you all of the horrible things that atheism has done to our society.
Yeah, just because he makes you butthurt doesn't mean that that's a societal issue. I mean, I also remember you saying that you were you were going to go to a news station and talk about your about your horrible experience online, as if anyone in the journalist fucking department is going to take that crap as fucking newsworthy. Get your loser ass out of here, you fucking dork. Them lame ass hats you got on. I swear, he's got the mind of a goddamn preteen, dude.
YouTube channel alone is a prime example. Then I can use Cliff Jumper's YouTube channel and show you how much harm that channel has done to our society. I can use a whole bunch of people on here.
I'm sorry. What does Laura have on her YouTube channel? How is that detrimental to society? Like, what?
That are atheists that are destroying the very fabric of our society and the things that they want the things that they support politically, and how they want to strip you of your right of owning a Bible, preaching with your Bible, doing a Bible study in your home, praying in school, and things like that and whatnot. And he can get on there, and because this is when he's probably going to pause it or whatever, and he's going to start saying things like, well, Jimmy, actually, I'm in full support of you owning your Bible.
Yeah, all this is just cheap fear mongering. I mean, this isn't really anything very very elegant or astute. Frankly, this is just all this is just demagoguery. G-Man has nowhere to go in his criticism of secularism, so he exaggerates. I mean, it's just all this is just fear mongering with none of substance to back it up. No arguments, no nothing. I've seen him do it. And anytime I talk about separation of church and state or secularism in America, he just completely fucking shuts down because he has nothing.
Sure. Keep telling yourself that. No, you don't.
Yeah, because you're psychic, you know.
You've been on here, what, about 3-4 years on here now, 5 years or whatever. You've been on here, Dragnauct? Dude, the only people that you go after is Christians. That's it. All you do is go after Christians. You're prejudiced towards Christians.
I think he's talked to some Muslims and some Israelites, Hebrew Israelites, a few of them, to my understanding.
You talk about our pronunciation, our pronounce.
Oh my God, you are such a G man. Look, let me give you some advice, bro. You need to man the fuck up. Like, you need to be an alpha male, dude. Like, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna like you be honest. You just gotta get out of this beta fucking mindset. You being criticized online and mocked is not tantamount to persecution. I hate to tell you this, man, but you crying and stuff like that. I mean, it's not some great tragedy. So I don't know what to tell you, man. I'd like put on your big boy panties and fucking man the fuck up.
Association of words. You have no breeze whatsoever. While sitting there thinking you're all that, and thinking you know everything. You don't know everything, Dragnauct. You don't even understand your own topic of evolution, and I certainly understand atheism way better than you, sir. Way better than you.
Talk is cheap, man.
Take it a step further. I understand humanism better than you too.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Can you do it, bitch?
And I understand the folly of it, and I understand the stupidity that's behind it.
Can you explain it?
You did not accept this debate because you knew you ain't have a chance in the world of winning it. Especially since your fanboys can't move. Now you said that you wanted me to go on the Three Heathens. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to decline on going to the Three Heathens. Okay? You're going to debate me on Brett King's YouTube channel. Let me tell you why you're going to debate me on Brett King's YouTube channel, Dragnauct. You're not in the position to tell me where I'm going to debate anybody, dude.
Hey, dumbass. That criticism can be applied directly to yourself. You're not in a position to tell Drag where he's going to debate you. Maybe if these people have the time and if they have the convenience to see your dumbass within their vicinity, they might be willing to talk to you. They're not going to jump through hoops just to debate your stupid ass. One, because they know that you're an unelegant fucking human being. Two, they know that you're not the most academic fucking person in existence and that arguing with you would be less than fucking challenging. And three, no one, absolutely no one is fucking interested on your fucking almost zealot fucking mindset of reviving Brett King's fucking undead fucking reputation on here. So get fucked. You gotta make it worth our while, dude. You're just a fucking whore with his fucking ass out.
Let me remind you of a couple of little facts here, Junior. Okay? Your channel is not the most desirable channel in the whole world for people to, go and learn anything and whatnot. It ain't like you bring a big audience or anything like that.
But you're definitely a fucking bastion for education and literacy.
It ain't like you do any of those things. If I want a big audience, I know exactly who to go after. It ain't you. No, I wanted to put respect on Brett King's name, and no, I'm not having sexual desires for Brett like you're thinking, Dragnauct. Again, that just shows your stupidity.
I mean, you are kind of calling his name a lot. I mean, you're on his nuts so much in these recent videos that it's actually kind of sad. I mean, the dude doesn't give a fuck about you. You're talking about this guy like he's your butt buddy, but like y'all best friends and shit like that. But the dude really don't give a shit about you, bro. Like, he's used you and fucking tossed you aside so many goddamn times. It's ridiculous. You just keep coming back to him. You're like a battered fucking wife. Oh, that's not. Oh God, that's not ironic. That's not fucking. There was no pun there. Brett beating Dorn's ass.
Okay. Brett King's been on here for a while. He's been punished for the things that you guys think he did that was wrong. And the man
and also that YouTube did with banning him and him being in violation of TOS.
He deserves another chance to be able to be heard by other YouTubers. And whether it's you or somebody else,
YouTube has already like made their decision on Brett. He's not to be on here. So you supporting him means jack shit.
Debate a member of the Drunken Peasants. I can debate one of the Drunken Peasants fans, which is what I'm ultimately going to end up doing on his YouTube channel. And I'll bring a viewership that way.
No one gives a shit.
I'm not doing this for attention, man. I can get on here and
False.
and get 1,000 views, and that's just the truth. All right? Everybody on here knows that. As a matter of fact, if I got on here and fart and ended the video, I'll probably get 3,000. I'll probably get like 100 million views on here and whatnot. I don't need you for attention, Dragnauct. But now, let me explain to you, Dragnauct, I'm talking directly to you on the real reason I issued this challenge to you. If there is a real reason behind this. My real reason for challenging you to this debate, Dragnauct, was to prove you're not the intellectual giant you make yourself out to be. You do not understand these topics. You don't understand the topic of evolution. You just don't. You don't understand the problems that Christians have with the transitional form, with the transitional forms that you are claiming that exist in the middle.
Pretty sure that Drag did say he was an intellectual giant. I mean, sure, he has the degree, but I don't think he said anything about being like some kind of genius or whatever.
Millions. You don't understand the DNA issues that we have. You don't understand the cellular issues that we have. You don't, and you know what? That's why more and more.
Bitch, you can't spell cellular. Shut your whole ass up.
More creationists are going to come out, and people are going to be leaving evolution because people like you lack the testicular force.
People are going to be leaving evolution. Okay, people are leaving. I don't even know what the fuck that means. People are leaving evolution.
To be able to go into a room and prove your position. That's right, guys. They claim that there's millions and millions and millions of transitional forms, and I can't find one. I can't find one. But they're claiming that there's millions. He forgets that there's college professors out there teaching with enough time, anything can become anything.
I'm sorry. What was that gobbledygook you just spewed out?
Anything can become anything. While he's arguing that
I have no idea what the fuck that means. So college professors are teaching with enough time, anything can become anything. I don't know what dime store college he went to. I mean, for all I know, he could have probably been making it up, or maybe it's one of Kent Hovind's diploma mills or something like that. I mean, who knows? That's not really what evolution is. It's a change in allele frequencies in a species over time.
There's no transitional forms from an apple to a human being. No, Dragnauct, I'm not stupid. I am very well educated, and I know how to deal with people like you.
False.
I know how to deal with people like you. People want to talk about Ken Hovind and him going to jail and everything. And when I tell you about Ken Hovind, all right? Ken Hovind went to jail because he was utterly smashing evolution into the ground. It wasn't because the government had to find something on him, but they put him in jail to shut him up about evolution. What's the...
Oh my God, that's brilliant. So Ken Hovind, the guy who was arrested and found guilty and spent years in jail, not because he was failing to report his money or the crimes of structure and stuff like that. No. Has nothing to do with that. He was just smacking down evolution. And so the government had to lock him up because of reasons. Oh my God. How does this nigga dress himself in the morning? I swear to God, bro. How does he do anything?
This is where Christians are only going to understand what I'm going to say here. Because atheists, they just don't get it. Okay, when you create a martyr, when you make a martyr, you create new Ken Hovinds.
He's not a martyr, you fucking idiot. He's so retarded. The ironic thing is this dumb nigga says that other people can't think for themselves, but he just swallows the bullshit that comes out of his mouth of Kent Hovind, and it's gospel truth.
Eric Hovind, you have myself, you have True Empiricism, you have Not Born Free, you have Tony Hall, and
you have a bunch of science illiterate fucks.
And then we're going to be repeating the things that he taught, and then we're going to
yeah. The same misunderstandings.
Make new Ken Hovens. The only way you can stop that pattern is to prove what we are saying is wrong. And you, Dragnauct, lack the ability. You have a lack. And now I got another guy here named Rob DeRusso. I want to tell you guys about this guy here. He's an atheist who's butthurt at the fact that I don't pay him any mind. I ignore him. Rob, watch your mouth before I block you.
I mean, you're paying attention to him right now, but yeah, your logic is retarded for the simple being, beyond community college, Ken Hovind really has no real academic standing when it comes to these topics. Yeah, he has experience teaching in schools, but a lot of those schools were private religious based schools. So you following the words of an academic fraud, of a guy with no real credentials in the fields of biology, chemistry, or paleontology, that really doesn't mean anything. So I mean, if you want to keep spouting the same bullshit over and over and over again, go ahead. It's just gonna make you like way more stupid far more stupid than you are right now.
You again, but anyway, and spoken, if he insults me again, please show him the door, please. Thank you, Rob. You're gonna respect me on my YouTube channel, dude, or you're getting lost. All right. Now, Dragnauct does not have the patience, the education, the intelligence to be able to sit somebody down and to be able to show somebody. Thank you, spoken. To be able to teach somebody about why they're wrong regarding the topic of evolution. He says he keeps talking about this Museum of Natural History thing. No, I disagree with everything that they were saying in the Museum of Natural History. I appreciate. Well, this is just one room, Fatima. I'm going to give everybody a tour soon enough when I get this place together.
Okay, you know what? I'll give it one more minute because
I got to unpack and all that stuff. So, and that's going to take time. But I think that this guy makes himself a little too self-important. We Christians understand that the more you do this, about how good you are and how much you know, the more of a burden that you have on you to back it up. And I don't think he understands that. I don't think.
Wow, bro, apply that shit to yourself. But I'm gonna take this retard off my channel real quick to give my final analysis. Okay. So there's the issue of attention, respect, debate, and all this. A couple things. I think if you were actually serious about having a debate and not just wanting attention and focus on yourself, I think if you were actually serious about that, you'd actually come to them personally and then discuss the details beforehand rather than do all this shit. But then again, your intentions are very obvious. I mean, you just want a show, you just want to be a freaking diva, and you just want people to hear you talk and bloviate bullshit. No one is gonna do that, dude. No one is gonna acquiesce to your nonsense. And I don't know why you're so fixated on Brett. As I said again, Brett uses you like a fucking puppet. The moment he fucking realizes that you're useless, he'll toss you aside like a goddamn empty box of KFC. All the bones and fucking shit picked out. But yeah, the funny thing is with Drag, I mean, you're jealous of him as a parent. I mean, like you're jealous of him because of his wife and his kid, his education, the fact that he's doing something with his life, and you're just some petty ass little shitty day laborer. And the thing is about like, the last point you said about your education, your understanding of evolution. Drag didn't have the patience to sit you down. He did actually at one point on G Plus. The problem is you acted a fool. You didn't want to listen. You were ignoring what was being said. Here's the thing: if you're too incompetent to actually do the research and and figure out where you're in error and try to update your knowledge on the topic. If you're just too incompetent and lazy and just pathetic to do that your own self, then I mean that just says a lot about your academic ability. It just shows that it's seriously lacking, and that's your fault, not anyone else's. So I think that maybe before you start criticizing other people based on their ability to do that, maybe you should apply that to these criticisms to yourself. And dude, you seriously gotta get off Brett King's nuts, because no one gives a shit about that fag. And to a less degree, you too. But yeah, that's that being said, I think that I said most of what I had to say. Other than the fact that if you're gonna make arguments, dude, you gotta stop making them personal to you, because your feelings don't mean shit. Okay, if you're saying atheism is like some terrible thing for society, you're gonna have to make like you're gonna have to bring data. You're gonna have to bring like empirical evidence, not your own anecdotal bullshit. No one cares about your anecdotes. They care about hard data, not personal fucking side feelings. Okay, fuck your feelings. If you want to prove God or any kind of notion, you got to bring evidence or some kind of deductive justification, perhaps. But that being said, that's all I gotta say. That's my video. This has been Wolf King. Peace out. If you like this video, you know what to do. Stop by there to know. And hell, Satan. I'm out.